Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for another secret creature feature. Today's episode is called Art Break: Why It's Important to Make Art for Fun, Not Just for Work. So, normally you would see me creating my secret creatures and other original artwork and watercolor on this channel, but today I wanted to take a break from my OG work and do some warm up drawings for fun. I just finished watching Arcane for the second time and cannot get over my obsession with the two main characters. They were such insanely awesome, beautiful, strong chicks, and the animation was just phenomenal, so I had to draw them both. The first badass babe I'm drawing here is named Vi, and she took me about an hour and a half to draw. I'm using Procreate on an iPad and I'm sketching with an Apple Pencil. I looked at a reference photo of Vi to see what she was wearing and to pick up little details like scars, piercings, and tattoos, but I'm drawing her at an angle that I sketched out that's more in my style. Now, I looked at a ton of awesome renderings of Vi on Pinterest, and I have to admit I got a bit discouraged about drawing her myself. There's just so many fucking awesome artists out there, and it's overwhelming and intimidating, and I'm always trying to fight comparing myself to them. But I decided I was not going to let their expertise shadow mine, and to just go ahead and do my best. I'm not a full time comic character artist or video game artist, but I've loved drawing characters from comic books and video games since I was a kid, so I just let the drawing be my own and didn't spend too much time on it because it's just a warm up for fun, really. So, with that in mind, I had a couple of moments where I thought I could spend an entire day creating this image, but honestly, right now, I don't have the time to do that, and I wanted to just work on it enough to the point where she came alive in my style. So, a note on knowing when to stop. Some people ask me, when do you know when to stop your painting? You could go on into detail for too long, so long that you overwork it and it looks too stiff and lifeless. Just set an intention for the piece in the beginning because it helps a lot. So, what I mean is to commit to the intention that you're making something as a warm up for fun and not overwork it into a day long project. My intention was to just have fun and to get her to come to life in a warm up drawing, so I expected to take a couple hours to do that. I feel like I could draw her easily about 5 more times, but there's other work to be done here in the Secret Creatures studios, so alas. Now, the next drawing is going to be of Jinx, the destructive, bombastic sister in Arcane. I need to apologize for the angle of the beginning of this time-lapse drawing. I'm experimenting with new tripods and whatnot, so I'm still ironing out some filming techniques. I did manage to straighten out the angle for a better view of the remainder of the drawing, so hang tight. So my intention on this one was to spend a tad bit more time, because I really wanted to study the colors in the show, and I also wanted to draw Jinx's entire body, so I knew it would take longer. I really loved capturing Vi. She came out pretty easily and quickly for me, but Jinx I struggled with. To feel into her character was uncomfortable because she was mentally ill, quite staggeringly so, and it was just touching a part of me that made me feel really sad and sort of crazy myself. But she does have a pretty wickedly cool character design, and those braids, oh man, I just had to draw them. I feel nostalgia towards long braids because when I was a teenager, one of my favorite video game characters, Cammy from Street Fighter, had long braids, and I used to choose her all the time on the original Sega Genesis. This study took me about 3 hours to create, and once again, I had to look at other jaw dropping images of Jinx online that made me kind of want to quit drawing forever, but I persevered. It's important to make art for fun, like how we did when we were kids, to just pass the time and feel a bit of magic in our day. Now that I'm 40 years old with children and a busy life, it's really, really hard to juggle my time to make art. Often I feel I need to spend every moment of my precious time in the studio finishing the 5 other projects I have going right now. But they can wait. It's time for some fun with no expectations or strings attached. So I look up to other storytellers as fuel for my own fire, and I especially love animation. Storytelling is an incredibly important part of my life. It gives me purpose as a creator to just keep doing the work I'm doing, because no matter how it sizes up to what else is out there, it's still always going to be satisfying work that might inspire someone else. It's a lovely circle. If I did not include play in my work, my ideas would lack that funny side that others often connect to. Plus, creating fan art and drawing popular characters in your own style will get your work out there more quickly for others to see. Play, 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 my friends, as much as you can get away with because that's what art is about. It's about playing and learning and growing and thinking more deeply about anything and everything. And it's also just really super fun. So get out there and make something. Thanks for watching.